Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Kyya and welcome back to my channel. The one thing I'm going to say before we really get this video kicked off is just, we live in a society where double standards are very real. And we'll get in that in just a second. Thank you. Roll that intro. Alright ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? I'm doing just fine. It's Kyya, obviously. You can see that clearly on my channel branding. But for those of you that are new, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And if you'd like to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. Make sure you turn on post notifications. I am less than 100 away from 4K, which is like really the goal right now. The goal's 5K, but you know, we're almost there. I'd also appreciate if you dropped a like. And if you do like the video, I'll make sure Ferrari's mailed to your front door. Well, now that we got all that hullabaloo, I think that's the word I was trying to use, but yeah, no use now. So I'm just gonna talk about today's topic just straight up. So today's topic basically is a double standard topic. Like, James Charles and CallmeCarson is what I'm gonna be focusing on today. If you don't know who James Charles is and you live under a fucking rock, James Charles is a absolute star at this point in his career. He is a makeup artist, and that's what he got big off of. He is in the makeup community. James Charles is hated on by all his peers, considering the fact that they all tried to cancel him a couple years ago for fake beef and a ton of fabricated lies. He himself, James Charles, is somehow still standing on a platform to this day. Now, I will add this real quick. James Charles is no fucking saint, and that is just a fact. There have been numerous times in his career where he's been convicted, well, not really convicted, more like accused, I guess. And proof was shown of him talking to underage minors and targeting them predatorily. Is that a fucking word? Anyway, so this really isn't going to be as drastic as Shane Dawson's, or maybe in your opinion it might be, because Shane Dawson literally was out here just being a fucking complete weirdo with every minor possible. But at this point in his career, I genuinely think that James Charles is the unlucky rubber ducky of the time period, because this man gets caught up every week at this point with someone underage, and somehow he still hasn't gotten canceled for it. Now, before I go ahead and introduce a double standard, I'm actually going to talk about CallMeCarson for a couple seconds. CallMeCarson was an American YouTuber. He's a dodecadoric. You can clearly see it in his face, and I'm posting on the screen. This man wears glasses. For some reason, everyone and their mother loved CallMeCarson, especially in all these communities. Everyone knows who CallMeCarson was. People know who he is still to this day, even though it's only been a couple, weeks, I guess, since his cancellation. But the only bad thing that CallMeCarson really did was get caught awkwardly sexting a girl that was 2 years younger than him. But when I say awkwardly, I'm being so serious. My man is pussy deprived to the limit. He has never... he's never felt the touch of a girl in his life. It was terrible. Mind you, the girl he was talking to was one of his fans, I guess, and people were claiming that he was grooming her, even though it was technically 2 years, and using his fame and shit like that. I mean, I could get it. CallMeCarson is one ugly motherfucker, but dude, it just wasn't that deep. They literally canceled this man Carson for 2 years. And James Charles is out here flirting with straight up minors that are 16. Now the thing about Carson is he kind of just acted fucking guilty of some weird shit. He was talking to her and was like, "This gives me the heebie-jeebies." Who says that? Besides someone in a fucking movie. Who says heebie-jeebies? Anyway, in high school, a 2-year difference really isn't that bad. I mean, at least up here in my state it isn't. I mean, it's still a little fucking weird, but seniors and freshmen, very fucking weird. Somehow oddly common, unfortunately. Anyway, they pretty much canceled Carson for a 2-year age gap because he was over the age of 18, but yet James Charles is out here at 21 years old sexting a 16-year-old. This is where the unknown double standard kind of comes in. I want to understand right now how James Charles isn't canceled and still has a fucking platform, but CallMeCarson can't even post a video. I was never a huge fan of CallMeCarson, but bro, it's been 3 months and he has not posted a video. And the girl that has hence accused him in the beginning, or someone, whoever accused him, the girl that he had a little thing going on with was no, that we shouldn't have canceled him, blah blah blah, give him his career back. I don't have the tweets on me, to be honest. I can't find them, but I read them a week ago. And I'll tell you what, this chick sounds like she wants to box the fuck out of Keemstar, because she was coming at his throat. Anyway, comment down below if you want to see Keemstar box a 17-year-old girl. I promise you it'd be a lot more fun to watch than Jake Paul fighting Nate Robinson. That was just just look for yourself.
He's trying to get Irene. Oh, that's it! Mamma mia, the problem child proving to be a big problem for Nate Robinson.
My goodness.
And of course,
call the ambulance, pick up the people.
That fight was 16 seconds long. Nate Robinson absolutely embarrassed himself, which is, that's some shit. Moving on. The point I'm really trying to make here is that at this point in time, CallMeCarson was canceled over something as small as a junior dating a sophomore or a freshman. Some shit like that. And James Charles is a straight up adult, can vote, can drink legally, and he's out here sexting a 16-year-old. Mind you though, he didn't know that he was 16. Now see, a lot of people will come to say, well, if you're a big star or YouTuber, you probably shouldn't be talking to your fans in some of these ways. Now I completely understand that, and I 1000% agree. You should not be interacting with your fans unprofessionally. Now here's the problem, right? I think James Charles is just very, very, very horny. He is not a pedophile. He's just very, very fucking horny. I mean, at this point, he's a star. He can have whoever and whatever he wants. So it's just like, you know. And when you're young and you meet one of your favorite idols and shit like that, you're going to tend to lie to them. Because if he had said, hey, I'm 18, or excuse me, hey, I'm 16, James Charles definitely would have stopped talking to them. Now, the thing is, right, is that after James found out that the other person in question wasn't 18, James felt very disgusted with himself and the other person. So he proceeded to unadd and block that person. And I completely agree, that was the professional move to do. You should have done that from the start, actually. And I promise you a lot of this would have been avoided. Now, the one thing is that back in the day, James Charles was one person that's just like, yeah, I love straight men. James also likes the invigorating factor of his sex life where he turned straight men, you know, gay. And they tried to cancel James for that, but I guess he defended himself. I forgot how that drama went. It's been so long and there's been so many other dramas. It's completely irrelevant at this point. Who cares? But still, like I said, James Charles is truly no saint. He's just very, very, very horny. And as I said before, Carson, on the other hand, is just, he's kind of a weirdo at this point. I mean, there's really no reason Carson shouldn't be posting at this point. I mean, yeah, people are canceled him, but it's like, what did you really get canceled over? Like, Carson, you're not a pedophile. You're not really that big of a fucking weirdo. You're just talking to a girl that's still within your somewhat decent age range, I guess. The problem is you had just graduated and she was still in high school. So yeah, there's a freezer's hell for you, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's just one big double standard, which is, just like I said in the beginning, absolutely insane. I genuinely don't know why it's like this. I mean, some people that are getting canceled, you know, they kind of deserve it. Like, let's just be real here. But at least 89% of the fucking time, every time someone or something gets canceled, it's for almost no reason. I think the best advice I can really give to either of them is, James, please, 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 I beg of you, stop texting underage people. And just ask for ID if it's really that serious. If you're just that horny, bro, just ask for ID. And Carson, just forgive yourself at this point. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Tell me down below. Comment if I'm wrong. But moral of the story is, stop sexting fucking minors, you idiots. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys do appear above, you will see more videos just like this one. I also have some podcasts. If you guys want to go watch those, you're more than welcome to. I have some featuring Cyrus, Optimus, and Briz, so you guys are more than welcome to go watch those. As I said, all my socials will be in the description. Like the video if you liked it since you made it this far. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you later. Peace.